Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome back to Caelum. We are playing more Animal Crossing New Horizons, getting some letters, starting the day off. We got letters from the Happy Home Academy and Mom, who is clearly not my real mom, because my real mom knows I don't like pears. But we also got a recipe for a wooden low table, which I went ahead and learned right off the bat to get it out of my inventory. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the upgraded room. Stayed up late, as you recall, to grind to pay off the first debt and upgrade the room. So upgrade the tent to a house. So get that all set up. And I've got those cherries there. I kind of forgot about the storage. Those cherries were ones I was saving for friends, so just put those off to the side for now. And we found a little butterfly fluttering around. Gonna swap to the net and go ahead and catch that real quick. Butterfly is one of the few bugs that I don't mind too much. And just go ahead and water these plants, but living up to its name, the flimsy watering can was a little flimsy and just broke on us. Flo, once I wanted to see if Flo had anything interesting to say, but she really didn't. Just kind of told me about her shirt, which was like, oh, cool, thank you. But here we found a balloon. We're just going to try and shoot that down. Emphasis on try. I'm not very good with the slingshot or the bug net. And we got a high-end stereo, which is pretty nice. Pretty cool item to get from a balloon, especially this early in the game. But here, Tom Nook and one of the Nooklings are having a little chat. They're talking about how they want to open up a store on the island. And then Nook notices me and starts talking about the house that we built. It reminds me about the storage thing that I forgot about. But Timmy wants to open up a shop, and now he's talking to me about it. Nook basically told him, you got to find the resources on your own, which roughly translates to have Brandon fix your problem. What can I say? I'm just that helpful. That's a lie. I am not helpful in real life. I am a hindrance. We've been over this. But in Animal Crossing, I can be helpful. I can find the materials that we need, because I would also like a shop. That would be a good thing to have. And he needs 30 pieces of wood, hardwood, softwood, and 30 iron nuggets. Iron has become a massive meme. Nobody can find this. Well, I mean, people find it, but it's a lot more work than a lot of people were expecting, and they have a bit of a difficult time. Personally, I did not have much problem getting 30 iron nuggets, but experiences may vary. But next, I was checking out the shop, and I saw a garden lantern, and I thought that would be a nice present for our best boy, Lucas. So I went ahead and sent that to him. I like how you can order items for other players and send it to them. Although you have like a 5 item per day limit that you can order with the catalog, which doesn't matter that much early game, but it becomes annoying later. But I saw that telescope, and I wasn't planning on it when I was first designing my island, but I decided I'd make a stargazing spot on my island, so I got that for that. I'm actually working on that in real life now when I'm recording this. But next we got all these donations that I had saved up, and here's our best boy, our other best boy besides Lucas. Here's Blathers. They can both be the best boy. All boys are best boys. And Blathers is one of the best boys, because I love him. Got him lots of stuff saved up. But he needs more exhibits before he can make a real museum on the island, which is what his goal is. And naturally, Brandon has to fix the problem. But Lucas is allowed to help on this one, so Blathers is going to give us some DIY recipes, but also he tells us we need 15 donations. We don't have 15 on me, but between me and Lucas, we have more than enough to cover that, so easy breezy. We got this. Just gonna skip through giving him most of this stuff though, because there's a lot. but I did listen to all his ramblings because I adore those. I love listening to Blathers trivia. But here's the high-end stereo that I got from the balloon. I don't have any music for it, actually. It's not like the radio where it just plays random stuff if you don't put anything in. Although you can't put anything in the radio. But and then I saw those pears, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about those. Got us a sea bass, one of many. Then I'm walking on the beach, picking up shells. I love that Tommy is over here walking. And then I found a message in a bottle. Very nice. I think those are daily because I found one every day. But we got a DIY recipe from Kid Kat, and it's the Honeycomb Floor, the legendary Honeycomb Floor even. Why is it legendary? Well, because somehow I have found 5 of them already between both my characters. It's really annoying, actually, because it's a useless recipe to me that I would rather have new stuff. But caught the wharf roach, and then in the background you can see this yellow balloon floating up. You can also see that money spot over to the side, which we'll get to later. But first, wanted to shoot down that balloon, and what do you know? It's 10,000 bells. Balloons are so OP in this game. They're so good. Lots of great stuff in it compared to New Leaf, where I didn't even bother carrying the slingshot because it was useless. It was all balloon furniture, which was cool if you like the balloon furniture, but I've met maybe like 2 or 3 people in my life that liked the balloon furniture enough that they would want it in every balloon, you know? But we made the flimsy shovel. Also going to make the pole vault that we got from Blathers. We got both those recipes so that we can cross to the other side. And come over here to chat with Mott. See if he has anything actually useful to tell me, or is he going to be just like Flo and just tell me about his shirt. But instead, surprisingly, he is actually useful. He gave us some iron nuggets that he was going to use to make weights with, which if he did that, I'd actually be kind of impressed, because I'm not sure how he was planning to go about that. But we got some iron from him, gives us a nice little head start on our collection purposes. And next we're going to start harvesting from these rocks, look for more iron and other resources. I'm using the flimsy axe because right now hardwood is a little hard to get, so I don't want to use my shovel too much and break it. But we are going to dig up those bells, nice 1,000 bells, and we're also going to hit this rock over here once I switched my axe. Like I said, want to save that durability on the shovel. And surprisingly, this is also a money rock, so Money City over here was expecting to maybe get some iron, but we'll take bells. Whiff on that last swing, unfortunately, so didn't get as much as we could have gotten, but still, money's money. And now, once I figure out where my pole vault is, which I have a bit of a difficult time doing, just keep cycling through. There we go. Now, to new frontiers. We have crossed the dreadful river, and we have lots of new trees, cherry trees, regular trees, weeds, lots of stuff to explore over here. But first, I am sick of carrying them, so I will switch to my shovel, and we are going to plant these awful pears. I wanted to bring them over to this side of the river where I don't have to look at them all the time. Just stay out of my sight, pear trees. Gross. Don't need them. Dig up this weed. Weeds are actually very useful. I've got a lot of recipes that need weeds, and you also get Nook miles for selling them to the shops, so I always harvest all the weeds on the Nook Islands when I go to them. But got some miles for doing this stuff, for finding the glowing spot, and also for bearing the fruit tree. I didn't realize at the time that there's miles for every different fruit type you bury, so I could get some free miles just for planting a cherry, but I didn't notice at the time. But next we're going to take those miles that we redeemed and get the upgraded tools, which I didn't actually use much these first few days because resources were scarce, and I wanted to save iron for the 30 iron donation that we need to get, and wood and stuff for crafting. But now I actually do upgrade my tools, but it takes a little longer because you have to upgrade. You have to make the tool and then upgrade it. I wish there was an option to like just use the materials for the base tool in the upgraded tool recipe and just build it, go straight to that. But you also get miles for building each tool, for building tools enough time, so I guess it helps with that. So not a bad thing, I suppose. So we're going to just upgrade those tools a bit, give them some upgraded durability, but then I realized later that I should probably just save the iron since we are looking for iron. Get more miles, just looking for more miles. And back across the river we go. Found our first fossil. Gonna dig this up for our boy Blathers. And I even got miles just for doing that. See, Nook is surprisingly generous. He gives miles for all kinds of things. Just so much stuff that he's giving miles to for basically just doing what I would be doing anyway. So we're going to take those miles that we got and redeem them for the tool ring, which it took me a few days to get used to. I feel like I'm still not totally used to it, but it is more convenient than cycling through all your tools like in New Leaf and like I've been doing so far. But it did take some time to get used to. And you'll see a lot of the time where I just kind of start cycling through tools on instinct, but brought the fossil to Blathers so he can assess it for us, tell us what it is. And it's a pterodactyl body, which is pretty nice, and naturally we're going to donate it to him. Gotta help him out. And I'm not going to show, but I did listen to his speech on it, as always. I love his speeches, and he feels very animated in this game. I love how they did him. Found a black bass, not too exciting, but just kind of exploring this area up here. Nothing super interesting that we can find right now. And I remembered this glowing spot, and I'm like, you know what? Let's don't want to use all my money, but we can spend the money that we got from the spot and bury that and make ourselves a nice money tree. It's just basically investing our 1,000 and turning it into 3,000 in like a week. At which point it probably won't even matter that much, but you know. So now I'm going around, got my flimsy axe, gonna chop down, or not chop down, but chop some trees, try and get some wood for our project. Just a lot of wood that we gotta get. Just so much wood. It's a good thing that we get the second part of the island because there's a lot more trees over there that we can get through. And chop down that one. I think I've come to like the flimsy axe much more than the upgraded iron axe. I don't feel like the stone axe is necessarily worth upgrading to, but I do like the flimsy axe just for harvesting wood, because I don't want to destroy all the trees, you know? Got to keep those. And get some more miles. Don't really need them right now, but we're gonna go and donate some of what we've got. So far we've only gotten the 30 pieces of wood. Just gonna give those to Timmy over here, and that's 1/4 of the way done. And he gives us some flashy slacks, which is cool, I suppose. Didn't know what flashy slacks look like, so gonna take a look at those, and oh my goodness, they are hideous. Immediately take those off. Did not like those. We're just gonna sell all this stuff that I've got, and it's worth 3,000 bells. Not a mind-blowing amount, but it is a nice little bump to our income. And that also got us some miles for selling weeds and for just selling items in general. So up to 1,400 miles again. And I'm gonna check the little terminal and get the custom design editor. which I didn't necessarily need. I'm not good at making patterns, honestly, but, you know, wanted to have it. And I think you do need it in order to import designs from New Leaf, which I did have some designs on New Leaf I wanted to bring over, which I'll bring over later, but we got it, so we're good to go when the time comes. And here I'm just kind of taking a look at it, seeing what all it can do. I didn't quite understand it yet, but you can change like the vividness and the brightness and everything. It's pretty cool. It feels like a good step up from past Animal Crossing designers, although I did prefer the touchscreen on New Leaf, to be honest. And here I think I was very sad because you can't put a transparency on the sleeves, which made me sad. But it makes sense. People would abuse the transparency on the clothes. But now we're on Lucas. He's doing his startup stuff. I was hoping to get some fruit for him, but we got a wooden low table again and 3,000 bells, which is good, but I was hoping for more fruit that we could plant. Hopefully something different than pears, but it's okay. We got the wooden low table for him, and we're going to craft the vaulting pole, and so that he can get across the river as well. Because Lucas is a free spirit. He can't be confined to just one side of the island, you know? That just won't do. We're also going to get him a shovel as well. Because like I said, I want him to be contributing to our island donations as well. And he should just be able to do what he wants to do. And he's getting his Nook miles, and we're just going. I think I decided I didn't want the upgraded tools right now because I just don't have the iron to dedicate to them. So instead I just go ahead and grab the tool ring for Lucas right away, so that he can have a little bit of more ease with his stuff. Like I think I mentioned it, but going back and playing a second character later after I got all these upgrades would have been very annoying. Just losing that extra inventory, losing the tool ring, it would have just been a very slow grind. So I'm glad that I'm playing Lucas simultaneously. But here is a message in a bottle for Lucas. And what do we know? What have we got? It's another DIY recipe for honeycomb flooring. 2 out of 5. Hooray. At first, I almost thought the honeycomb floor was like a scripted, like, first item that you get from the bottle or on like your second day or whatever. But no, my friend did not have. I've talked to like 2 people who don't have the honeycomb flooring yet, so I don't think that's the case. But Lucas found himself a little fossil. Get some miles for him. And also I noticed I got miles for just upgrading his house, which I hadn't redeemed yet, so get those. And now we're going to go see our boy Blathers once more. And we want to donate some stuff to you, Blathers, my boy, because we need the museum and we need you. And first we're going to lead off with this horrifying tarantula because I don't want it in my inventory any longer. Please take it away. Blathers is not thrilled by the fact that I was giving it to him either, though. And finally, we're going to give him the fossil that we dug up so that he can assess that and then take it to his future museum. It's a parasaur tail, which means almost nothing to me. I know very few dinosaurs. I know the pterodactyl, I know the T-Rex, I know the Patchy, because that one's what Rampardos was based off, I think. And also there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card that was like Super Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo, and it was a really good card, and I bought a playset of them, and it was a very good side deck card. And that's why I know Pachycephalosaur. That's pretty much the only reasons. But we have fulfilled the 15 donations required for Blathers, so he's going to begin the museum upgrade. But he will not take more donations, which means, boy, he's going to wake up tomorrow to a lot of stuff. Or is it tomorrow or the day after? I don't remember. I think it takes a whole day of being in a tent. But now I just wanted to come over here, check out the airport, because I don't think I had done that yet. And just taking a look at that. And gonna send us a card to Flo. I wanted to send her a fruit and see if she would send anything back. So I just grabbed a random cherry and toss it in here. After slowly typing things out with the Joy-Con, which is not great. Man, having the touchscreen really made me forget how slow typing was back in the GameCube days. Missed the touchscreen for things like this. And we got a Nook Miles ticket. I think that was just for upgrading our house. Nook gave us a ticket because, like I said, Nook is just a good guy, and he does not deserve the hate he gets. But we're going to redeem our ticket. I wanted to check what all we're doing with the ticket. And I liked this part here where he's just like, under his breath, he's like giving a disclaimer. I thought that was really cute. But now I am ready. Lucas is ready to fly to another island, which is actually just in character for him. That's just the thing that he would actually do. So, good. And we are cleared for departure. And Lucas, as I mentioned, is an OC character I wrote, and I was sad to see that the first island he goes to is raining, because Lucas does not actually like rain. That is not a thing that he is a fan of, in contrast to the other character in my book who does like rain. Lucas does not like rain. He is a sunshine boy, and he needs that sunshine. So rain makes him sad. Sad boy hours. But in Animal Crossing, he's just got that permanent uwu face going on, so you can't really tell it, but he's terrified here. But he's going to go and do his job anyways. He's going to harvest the resources of the land and bring them back to Caelum so we can build our wonderful town. So just going to chop up some trees, grab ourselves some coconuts. Business as usual in New Horizons. And found this fish, or these fish. Wanted to go ahead and check them, see if they were anything interesting. But they are not even interested in cooperating. So I'm kind of just running around this lake over here, trying to get a good cast on them. And first fish, it's just a Crucian Carp, nothing interesting. I conclude from that there's probably not anything interesting in this pond. It's probably just like the same fish that we can find in our main island, because we also got the same cherry trees as our main island. We've got the same flowers as the main island, so it's like, yeah, it's probably not anything special on this island. Although there are special islands, many special islands, this is not one of them. But that's okay, we can still get some resources, and we can still get Lucas this cute little yellow flower for his hair. Look at how adorable he is. What a good boy. So back on Caelum, made our boy an ocarina. Lucas is also, he likes to hum, which he can't do in New Horizons, but he can play an ocarina, so that's a thing that I thought I would make for him. And I ended up, you can't play it, you can't grab it indoors, so I came out here and I love this thing. This is so cute. It's such a minor thing. It does absolutely nothing, but I am in love with that ocarina. So now we're going to make some more stuff. I got a second boot for our boot recipe. Wanted to see what these were. Were they furniture? Were they shoes that I could wear? Were they shoes I could customize later? If you guessed B, you have probably played the game and have already made them, or you're really good at guessing, because that is correct. And they are ugly boots, and I do not want them. So I will not be wearing those. But we're going to run over to Lucas's house and check that music, Bubblegum KK, one of the best songs in the game. Really want it to show up as a song I can get. And then we're just gonna doot on our ocarina around. Doot, doot, doot. Love this thing. It's so cute, so adorable. What a great item. And I wanted to check how different shirts and everything look when hung on the wall because I was really curious about that. So, poor Lucas is our guinea pig. He's gonna take off some clothes and show us what things look like when placed on the wall. There's the pants. About what you would expect. Socks, was not expecting that by any means. And then the shoes, he just materializes a little shelf to put them on, which was really cute, but not what I was expecting at all. I thought he'd hang them like with some little hooks or something, but nope, he just materializes shelves to put them on. But got some miles just for catching some bugs. And there we go. Also, I noticed we have miles for planting coconuts. I think this is where I realized that you get miles based on what fruit you plant. So gotta plant some stuff for everyone else. But since Blathers isn't accepting donations, look at what has become of poor Lucas's house. Look at all these fish that are just sitting here waiting to be donated. And also I decided to drop off some resources that we collected from those various islands. Look at that, 22 iron ingots or iron nuggets just on Lucas alone that we have amassed for this shop. Remembered that we don't need to donate wood with me. So here I am, and I downloaded my some patterns and put on my little signature hoodie that I made in New Leaf. My adorable short-sleeved blue hoodie that I love so much. And also got this red flower from Lucas and put that on. I decided I want to use my Nook Miles ticket. I want to go see another island. I'm already on an island, but so I'm gonna follow Lucas's lead and get traveling. And we are cleared for takeoff once more. The Nook Mystery Islands are actually pretty interesting, although normally you just get these kind of generic islands like this one. But we're getting that iron that we need. Like I said, just between the two of us, not too much issue getting everything. And if I wasn't using two characters, I just would have grinded more miles with my character and gotten some more mystery trips and gotten the island or the iron anyway. So Lucas just made things a little easier, but still had to put in that effort. And here we are on this spiral island that I do not like. This is maybe my least favorite island. It's very annoying. Don't know why I stopped there, but got our iron, and we're back in Caelum. Lovely Caelum. And I got all the stuff that we needed for that shop. And he gives us a rainbow sweater and dress pants. And Timmy decides that I don't know where to put the shop, so Brandon, you figure it out. Although he said it a lot nicer, and here I'm just like, I'm gonna put it over here, I guess. Wasn't quite sure where I wanted this. I've loosely planned out where I want things in my town to be, but the fact that resident services is where I wanted my shop to be to begin with kind of threw off my plans, so I had to kind of wing it. And so there's that. And wandering the beach, we find Wisp, a pretty interesting character. He has I scared the ghost so badly that he kind of dissipated, lost his form, and he's like, wait, there aren't even humans on this island. Well, there are now. There are two of them, and they're very adorable together. So yeah. But Wisp wants us to go and collect the rest of his spirit pieces, which is a weird thing to collect, but we will do so because he has requested it of us. I like this design here. He looks more like a traditional, like a will-o-wisp thing in this form. It's kind of cool. I didn't actually even think about that too much. But so we just got to go and collect those with our net. Once again, proving how bad I am with the bug net. But we got the first piece very easily. Just kind of wander the island, look for it. I'm like, right here, I'm like, I hope they don't spawn up there because I will not be able to reach them if they do. But the game seems to be really smart and not generally spawn things in a location you can't reach. See, even right in front of me, I still miss this thing. And wandering around the beach, passing all these shells. Wow, why am I not picking those up? I guess I'm just too excited to see what Wisp is gonna do for us when we complete his recovering his spirit. But I just wandered past. I walked right past all those shells. I need those. But we got the third piece. Seriously, shells are so important because you need them for like certain Nook Miles Plus rewards. So I just keep shells and I store them in my storage for later so that if there's no shells on the beach, I can still complete those and keep my Nook Miles grinding going. We got the fifth piece, and I saw a balloon up there in the back, which we'll go get after we talk to Wisp. But give him these pieces of himself back. And Wisp is reborn! That reminds me of in Majora's Mask when you give the red potion to, I think it was Comb. She goes, Comb is reborn or revived or something like that, and she just like triumphantly like spins and like recovers or something. It's really funny. It's a really weirdly memorable scene for me, and for some reason Wisp here just reminded me of that. I don't know why that of all scenes is something that just sticks in my memory so much, but I think about that scene more often than one should. But I asked him he offered wallpaper and he offered expensive or new, and since we don't have many wallpapers, I went ahead and just said expensive because like the odds of getting something new are almost guaranteed. even if it would have been something duplicate, like we've had one wallpaper in the game, so what are the odds? And we got Nook Miles just for finding Wisp for the first time. Getting lots of title things. There are a lot of cool titles you can make, but everyone online is just a clown. Speaking of, I took a break from solo play. I went to a friend's island, who is much further ahead at this point than me. Look at all the people from the Discord server. Say hi, everyone. Disclaimer, not my Discord server, so I'm not giving out the code, but I didn't record much from this, but I did record me just sitting on the beach and playing the ocarina because I thought this was really cute. I just think that looks adorable. Look at that. Brandon on the beach playing the ocarina. What will he play? Sad songs. Anyway, back to Caelum. I just took a break. I didn't record much from there because I was just kind of messing around with people, so nothing too interesting happened. Back in Caelum, though, here I am. I'm like, well, not much I can do at this point, so we're just going to clear some weeds, work on that. I want to get all the weeds in the island cleared out, and I don't know, it felt more enjoyable in this game. Maybe it's because like you can sell the weeds, and you can also use the weeds for recipes and stuff. It just felt more, it felt better to just be collecting all these. Oh, speaking of, that's why I went to a friend's island to begin with. They wanted people to come and help with weeds. So I was like, yeah, I'll come help. And between like the 5 people who were there at the time, it was done like within like 3 or 4 minutes of me showing up. So I was like, yeah, easy weeds. And even got miles for it. So, you know, it all worked out. But we're going to swap to Lucas once more. He is here to do Lucas things, which includes finding a ghost. That's a thing that Lucas is known to do as of right now. But Wisp, despite seeing a human like an hour before, just got freaked out again. But so we're going to go find his pieces, but also there's a balloon. Gotta grab these balloons, very powerful items. What's in this one? It's a muscle tank. And I had a feeling, and I was correct that it is ugly, and I was just immediately like, nope, No, thank you. And get those miles going. Just need so many miles, especially now where I am now. I'm like, oh, you need a lot of miles. But man, this game's pretty. Looking for stuff. Found a wisp piece. Now that I've seen how wisp works, I'm a little less like I still want to get him, and I'm still gonna do it. But like I'm not in as much of a hurry. But we're still gonna comb the island, find those missing pieces. And oh my goodness, I am still running past all these shells. What is wrong with me? I need those shells. Here's another balloon. I'm like, yeah, give me the balloon. At least I had the good sense to grab the balloon, even if I'm ignoring these shells. Get the balloon. What's inside? It's a Switch, and I'm like, what? Really? Like Nintendo Switch? And I'm like, well, let's see it. I was like, maybe it's the different one, but no, it won't even let me. I'm like, I thought maybe I'm too close to the beach, but no. So I'm like, okay, we'll take it to the house and figure out what's wrong with that. But first, found the other wisp piece, restore wisp, and he's like, I'm gonna reward you. And once again, he's offering wallpaper. I think it's the same every time, like every day that he's there, he offers like a different reward, because I found him again and he offered like furniture the second time. So I got some wallpaper. I asked once again for something expensive, and it was just simple yellow cloth wallpaper, which does not strike me as expensive, but it does strike me as something good for Lucas. So I put that up, and I'm like, I still can't put this Switch down. I'm like, maybe it's a wall item, and I hang it on wall, and sure enough, by Switch they meant light switch, which I'm actually a fan of. I like this item a lot. It's just something that should be in a house, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So I've actually ordered like 5 of those through the catalog so that I can just put those on my walls in my houses and make them look like houses with the light switch. Very cool. If probably not the most exciting item. I like it a lot. I'm a fan of the Switch and the Nintendo Switch. I'm a fan of both. But now Lucas doing his civic duty and clearing out some stuff. I also linked Pocket Camp. I downloaded it again just to get these items, and I'm like, I'll send myself a nice little motor vehicle thingy, the Pocket Modern Camper. It's just like a scale model of the modern camper model from the Pocket Camp game. Send that to myself. And also get Lucas the vintage one. And I'm just looking at other stuff we can get. I'm like, I'll order the campsite sign for the future campsite when we get that, though that's a ways off. And get the balloon. What have we got? It's a cute tea table. I'm like, oh, a tea table? That sounds interesting. And then I put it down and it's like, yeah, well, that's okay. I believe the Lovely series has been renamed the Cute series, and it's no longer just burning bright pink. Now it's like more white and then like accent colors. It's a change that I'm okay with. I like the new direction they went with that series. But with that said, that was not the most exciting furniture item I could have hoped for, but we got it nonetheless. And back to weeding. Pluck those weeds. But you can see already, like even just on my own, without having anyone come in online to help me, I've cleared a good amount of this island already. Here we are clearing some more. I think this might actually be the last little patch. I think I was running around checking to see if there was any down there, but I think this might be like the last patch that I haven't cleared on this base level before I get the ladder and can reach the upper levels. So just taking a look at that, and I'm still leaving those shells. Got some stuff to sell, and man, I really miss the convenience of having the shop open all night. That was very nice, and I wish it still worked like that later on. But we got 500 weeds with Lucas already, which is still not even enough for tier 3. Those miles goals add up fast. But we got points just for selling weeds too, which was nice. Back to my character. And I'm like, I'm gonna move all this stuff. I'm like, I've got some ideas from what my friend was doing at their town. I didn't copy it directly, but it did give me an idea that I wanted to go with. I'm like, I'm gonna make this bonfire here that I unlocked, but oops, I don't have the wood for it, so had to chop some trees, made the bonfire, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a little space so that if I ever get over my fear of having people come visit, they can come and we can sit by the bonfire. But I'm gonna put mine in a very different place. But we also made the wooden low table that we got at the beginning of the day. And I'm like, I'm gonna make some tiki torches, but I need more wood. Or not wood, branches, I think. So, looking for branches, make those, and finally got that tiki torch. And I think I make a second one, yeah. And I'm like, I know where I want to put this stuff. And I decided I want to set up like a little beachside bonfire thing. So drop the torch, drop the second torch, just kind of add some atmospheric lighting. And then I'm like, I'm going to put the bonfire up here. And then later on I decided this does not leave enough space to have everyone sit around the bonfire. So I move it later, but not for a few days. But for now I just kind of put it up there and I'm like, yeah, that looks nice. And now just doing some quick decorating, reorganizing some stuff. Place those tulips on the table there. Looks nice. Looks better than having the switch on the cardboard box. But we still are lacking in table space, so I keep the cardboard box, put the radio on it, and there we go. That looks nice. Move that over. Turn on the switch. I'm like, I've got some more stuff I can make. I'll make these block toys. I don't really like it, but you know, I just want to make some stuff. I'm like, I'll test the fish bait too. Which I have not really found much use for the fish bait, to be honest. It seems not super useful to me. Maybe I'm just not using it right. But I'm like, I'll toss these blocks down here on the ugly beach. Not like the nice beach with the tiki torches. This is the ugly beach. And here I'm testing that bait, and it just made a fish spawn, which I'm like, oh, that's cool, I guess. But like, I thought it would make like fish like easier to catch or something, but no. Just kind of spawns a fish as far as I can understand it. And it was a sea bass, which did not leave me with a great impression of the fish bait. I was like, oh, that was just extra effort. I'm wandering the beach looking for balloons and stuff. Waiting for balloons to drift in. And I found this lovely blue butterfly, the emperor butterfly. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. The blue butterfly is the best butterfly. So, just gonna catch some of these, run over and repeatedly attempt to hit it and just fail several times. I'm just atrocious with the net, but eventually I got him. There we go. And that's gonna do it for now. I'm just gonna toss the butterfly in here, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and his pet butterfly, signing out.